Sup everyone, this is Woken Up here. Today I'm going to be talking about how the women today in this time are more rebellious and why it'll only get worse. Lately, every time there's something trending and I look on my phone, I scroll on the side, there's always nothing but a woman, and the title is just clickbaiting men in general and society to just give them that attention, that validation to excuse and justify and glorify their rebellious behavior, to dress a certain way, be a certain way, go out how they want, dress how they want, and it's getting worse. I seen a news report of a woman who's wearing a lingerie top to work, and she's proud of it. She claimed that she's proud of it. This case here of this blonde chick, right? For those of you who want to check out the video and watch the video yourself, it's on thesunus.com. This is where the original news outlet was, where I found it. The title of the video was Skirting Rules. I'm a server. People say my skirts are too short for work, but I don't care. This is what this young woman said. She don't care. And she has that obnoxious, nasty attitude. And this is the type of women that are created because of social media, the corruption of social media, and the attention and validation that is gained from men through social media. Social media is like the gateway for men and women to connect with one another. And once it goes corrupt, especially with all the desperate, horny men out there, there are desperate women who are in the exact same category, such as this woman here. Every freaking single time I scroll on the side of all the top topics that's trending today, all you see is another female talking about what she's doing, talking about what she's accomplishing. And the news is always promoting this. They always promote this. Google is always promoting this. They're always promoting a female feeling like, oh, I could be rebellious. I could empower myself. I could dress how I want. I could get away with it. I don't care. And you know what a lot of simps and men is going to say? You go, girl. You're beautiful the way you are. I love you. Let me take you out sometime. What is that going to say about the men? They're the reason why women are the way they are today. Oh, she rejected me. She ghosted me. How many men are validating these type of women? You're creating a society of women with huge egos, huge egoed spirits, to become devilish, selfish, narcissist. And the narcissists feel like they could do no wrong at all. They're so perfect. A lot of men today make a lot of women that just because of how her looks are, they make them feel like they could get away with a lot. If they're small, skinny, they could get away with this and that. They have a beautiful face. They're very attractive To them, they're like society's standard of what an attractive woman could look like. And they let them get away with this. Every single time, they're always promoting a rebellious topic. And it's always women doing this. The last video I did was on a grown woman who was proud to say that she's a catfish, to lie to women. To lie to men and society that, oh, I'm a proud catfish. I'm a proud liar. I could put makeup on and get away with it. People won't know who I am. But once I'm at home, take off the makeup, I'm a completely different person. Rebellious nature. This is what happens when you feed people temptations. When you feed people things, you feed their flesh. They become like they feel like they're the crap. You feed their egos, you continue to inflate it, they're going to feel like they're the crap. You're making them feel that way. So what is the result of that? You have an entitled, rebellious generation created in the process. So now a lot of women like this is going to feel entitled. They're going to start to feel like if all these men are giving me attention, I'm getting all this attention from the media especially. I could do what I want, my body, my choice. They're going to feel like they're not going to have to change because they're already imprinted in their mindset, especially the men that sleeps with them. It's already imprinted on them that they don't have to change. A lot of them thinks that they don't have to lose weight. A lot of them thinks that they don't have to change how the way they wear, what they wear, how they look, how they talk, how they act. They can act like a snobby, insecure brat. They could act like a hoe. They could act like a Jezebel. They could do what they want because a lot of men with no backbone enable them to act this way. One thing I notice about me and I know about myself, the standards that I have, if any woman like this, any man who has standards for himself, has self-respect, and his girl or his fiance was to say, oh, you want me to stop acting like a hoe or dressing a certain way? Put a ring on it. You should already be a wife from the get-go. And this is the reason why a lot of these women out here today are single. They're getting used. They're getting used as a bus stop. The next man's bus stop. And as they get older, they don't realize how much damage and trauma they're causing to their lives. And you guess what? This is the type of news that's going to keep popping up. And women are going to say, you go, girl. Tell him. Your body, your choice. When in the end of the day, God is the one that is the author of life. You may have a choice to do what you want with your body, to do good or evil with it, but God is the one who brought life into you, and he could take away your life at any moment, at any time. This generation today has taken God for granted. This generation today has put God out of their homes, God out of their lives, God out of social media. God does not even exist in a lot of these people's eyes, their lives, their minds. It's all about them. It's all about me, me, me. And in the future, I'm just going to stop making these topics because this is a waste of time. It's only going to get worse. Every freaking time I see a news post about, oh, I dress like this and I don't care. And it's always a female. It's always another woman. It's always another woman. Oh, they said that I'm buff, but I don't care. Oh, they said that they said that my dress is inappropriate, but I don't care. They say my skirt is too short, but I don't care. Look at me, I'm catfishing. I'm a proud catfish. I'm a proud BBW. I'm a proud single mom. That's all you're seeing. That's all I see. But let it had been a man. People wouldn't care. People would shame the man. They would say anything. This world that we live in, especially in the United States, enables men to be weak and worship women. So they could use that power trip to take a lot of men's power. And also on the flip side, switch gender roles and make men weak for what they are, because they enable themselves to be weak and put women automatically on a pedestal. This is the reason why there's a lot of weak sauce men that have no backbone. They don't know when to say no. Especially reject women that act like this. You're the enabler, then it's also your fault. A lot of the weak men today, the majority of them, are to blame. The contribution to porn, the contribution to talking to these women, sleeping with them, getting them pregnant. You're the contributor. You're the contributor and the enabler to why women today are so rebellious. And the next generation to come, the next generation to come, the next generation to come, it's gonna get worse. I hear videos from The Truth Unedited that these are the end times. I follow Pastor Gino Jennings on YouTube, The Truth of God. He also says the same thing often. This is the end times. If people are giving you warning signs, there's more murder. Are you seeing stuff like this? The rise of OnlyFans. So many women are switching to just sell their body as quick as your money going away. That should be a clear sign that this world is not going to get any better. It is so rare now to even find a woman or a man who is modest or a virgin, especially let a woman at that. Because most women today, during their early 20s, they're rebellious, they're dressed like a hoe, especially during the summertime. They're on Instagram, Snapchat, Tinder, you name it. And they don't care. Their body, their choice. Let them do what they want. They're following women like Kim Kardashian, Amber Rose, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. These are the examples of what they want women to look like in the future. And they think it's sexy. They think it's hot. They think this is what a wife looks like. Oh, I'm going to marry her. I'm going to wife her up. Then these same men that enable this same behavior, they're going to get mad and turn around and be like, why she cheated on me? Why is all these men always looking at her? Why won't she change for me? You knew what you were getting into. You enabled her to be the way she is. You feel that there's no need for her to change. And that's what you call a rebellious woman. God's people today are rebellious. They don't care to listen. Then they wonder why every time when they touch the stove while it's hot, they get burnt. It looks nice, but you know you're not supposed to touch it, and it's supposed to be off. It's supposed to be cool. It's supposed to be clean, modest, not red hot. People looks at it, they praise it, they worship it. Then when they get too close to it and they touch it with they touch the stove when it's hot, they get angry when it gets burned. But you keep touching the stove. You keep screwing yourself over. You get put on alimony. You get put on child support. Sexual allegations, jail time. These same women would use their body, their looks to get away with so much because a lot of men enabled it. Men are giving these same women free money, tips. These same women use their looks and their beauty to get tips, being a waitress, just like the same woman here. The reason why, let's just be real, the reason why she's even dressed like this too in the first place is because a lot of simps and weak men enabled her to feel this way. She's getting all those tips. So why would a lot of people like her stop? If men were to be men and not weak and stop giving these type of women validation, uplifting their egos and sexual attention, and just treated them like a human being with modesty, right? and with respect, a lot of these women would go crazy and they'll be in check. If social media was not around today, most women would still be in check. If modesty was even a thing and not a thing of the past, most women would be married today and actually be wives. They would be raised to be wives. If most parents, the men and women, were in check as well, their daughters and their sons would also be in check too. And you wouldn't get the result of young-minded, immature women acting the way this young woman is acting. Saying things like, they say that my skirt is too short and it's inappropriate, but I don't care. She's a server, and many people are telling her that her skirts are too short, but she does not care. Let that sink in. It's the weak men's fault. A lot of the men out there that are enabling women like this, check yourselves. Cut the porn. Get yourself together. Grind. Focus on getting your life in order. Focus on God. And I guarantee, if most men was like this today, you would not see news like this of women saying that I'm a server. People say my skirts are too short for work, but I don't care. All of these will slowly disappear. But that's not going to ever happen. It's just crazy. It's sad. It's pathetic. A lot of these women are desperate. But at the exact same time, you know what some people would say? Can you blame them? This is why they're on OnlyFans. This is why they feel like they could just go on OnlyFans. Man is going to always be simps and be weak. And it's the easiest profession to make money. And who's the one that's the prime contributors, the prime people who is paying on OnlyFans? Men. Who is the prime people that pays servers? Men. Who pays the tips to women who's serving? Men. The ones who take out the women and pays for everything? Men. So what are the society women today going to expect a man to do? Pay. Give them attention. Free validation. They'll look at you as expandable because most of you are hoarding around them like they're a god, like they're God's gift to man, when they ain't crap, when they'll die just like you. People today and men today does not have a backbone, no self-respect, no nothing. Then they wonder why they get burned by these same type of women. They get their heart broken by these same type of women. The women like her today are rebellious, spirited, Jezebel, wicked, whorish women. I pray for them, but I'm not going to give them, I wouldn't give them any validation or attention at all as a man. This is coming from a married man. The one that I got is already enough for me. This is a prime example of the creation of women today because of the standards majority of men set today for women. Then they wonder why they get screwed over by the court system. Then they wonder why. I'm going to stop making these type of videos in the future because later on it's going to just be a waste of time. It's going to all go on deaf ears. A lot of people don't listen until it's too late. The women today in this generation are rebellious, and a lot of weak men enable them to be and feel that way. That's all I could say. This is Woken Up here. Peace out. Let me know what you think.